must be where pies go when they die.
You're the most cold-blooded man I've ever seen.
How can you have any meat if you don't eat your pudding?
The Tommy Boyds Show.
Back and to the left. Yeah.
The show with more endurance than radiation itself.
You say either, and I say either.
Apparently official. Stand by, please.
Tommy Boyds.
Apparently official.
Have you no compassion?
Stand by, please.
Let's rehang the pictures from the gallery of life.
There's no escaping here.
Tommy Boyds.
Well, I hope you know what this weekend's for. You know what this weekend's for, don't you? Go on, be interactive. Shout back at the radio. What's this weekend for? No. Come on, what's this weekend for? Well, I should hope you do that anyway, don't you? Now, what's this weekend for? Bonfire. This is the weekend to burn those leaves. This is the weekend to burn all the stuff that's been accumulating since the end of the summer, the last 6 weeks. That pile of stuff that you've been gathering. The grass clippings, the leaves, the clippings from the hedge, the last cut that you gave it, which was about 2 weeks ago. Then there were those old cardboard boxes from when you cleared out the garage, which is what you do at the end of the summer. And those bits of wood as well from when you sorted out the greenhouse. And all that stuff. It's got to go. And there's only one way to get rid of it. You don't want to get men in. That costs. It's ecologically unsound because you know what they'll do with it? They'll put it in a hole in the ground and cover it up with other rubbish. And that's not necessary. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's unecological. And what is both ecologically sound and ergonomically sound, and this is the bottom line on this one, it's a heck of a lot of fun, is to burn it, have a bonfire. That's what this Sunday afternoon is for. It's unofficial, but I think there ought to be, and perhaps there is round your way, a moratorium on the moaning minis who don't like people doing what's right and proper by their rubbish, i.e. burning it, this Sunday afternoon, after Sunday lunch, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, what the heck else is there to do anyway on a Sunday afternoon, besides have a nice bonfire? People don't put washing out on a Sunday afternoon. If they do, it's only because they want to catch the bonfire maker, huh? And there are plenty of people out there who just want to make somebody else's life misery, who want to catch somebody doing something that they say they shouldn't. They believe that the council can prosecute people who have a bonfire at the bottom of their gut. Well, they can't. And we've been into this one. There aren't laws against people having a little bonfire in their own garden. They just aren't. There isn't any such thing as a smokeless zone. Not when it comes to putting a lighter underneath a little pile of rubbish and getting rid of it, reducing it to a pile of ash, which then you turn into the earth. And we all know, don't we, that potash makes excellent manure. What are you going to be doing this Sunday? You're going to be getting your matches together. You're going to be getting a little pot of petrol or kerosene just in case it doesn't catch first time. And you're going to have a nice bonfire. And the bonfire is going to grow. It's going to get hotter. You're going to hap it up. You're going to make up one of those bonfires that will be laughing at the rain. If it rains, laughing at the rain. And what you'll be doing most of all is getting in touch with your primitive self. This is the glory of the bonfire. As dusk begins to settle, will you be able to go in, tear yourself away and go and watch songs of praise? I doubt it. You will be there with your bonfire, wondering about roasting something in it. Yes. It's a magnificent thing. One of the few jungle things urban man can get up to, and it's important that we do. So whatever you do this weekend, hap it up, hap it high, and have yourself a happy bonfire. Free call 0500 10 53 89. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
The official sponsor of the Nationwide Football League. Every Saturday, join Moz D and his top team of commentators and experts for coverage of the Nationwide Football League, only on Talk Radio. We're at the matches that matter, from kick-off to final whistle. And with the best analysis and your calls, what better way could there be to spend a Saturday afternoon than with Talk Radio? Saturday, 3 p.m, 10:53 and 10:89 a.m. Talk Radio and Nationwide Building Society, the world's #1 building society, supporting
You're
the
listening
nation's
to the world's biggest commercial talk station.
Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
Tommy Boyd.
The afternoon guy.
Misfit, why am I such a misfit?
The Tommy Boyds radio experiment. It does exactly what it says in the paper.
I smell bacon.
Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up, and then you're gonna die.
Tommy Boyd.
Life does suck sometimes. It's so centrally heated and double-glazedly, hermetically sealed and safe and hygienic. But not when you put that match under the bonfire, and not when it becomes a matter of life or death for that bonfire, and it's up to you and only you to get some balls of rolled up newspaper and get it into the heart of the thing and lift it into life again so that it can do its magnificent work, which is to burn all that stuff, smoke or none, preferably plenty of stinking smoke. It's our only chance, isn't it, men? It's our only chance. Tracy calls from Basingstoke. Tracy, you're on Talk Radio. Good afternoon.
Hi, Tommy. I can't stop giggling at the moment. Your young lady on the phone, she persuaded me to speak. I wasn't going to, actually, because I'm not very well. I just wanted to leave a little message, but she persuaded me to speak. So, I just wanted to say about if people are having bonfires this November or whenever, can they please remember spare a thought for hedgehogs, because they're hibernating at the moment, and my husband rescued hedgehogs, and there are so many at the moment that we're finding burnt. You know, they're still alive as well.
I just want to ask you one question, because people do care about hedgehogs being burned in bonfires.
Yeah, we'll care about any animals.
Well, you don't.
Sorry?
Well, you don't.
Why?
Well, because there's usually lots of beetles and maggots and worms in bonfires, but nobody ever rings up and says...
Oh, well, okay, then, yeah, fair enough. It's very true. I don't believe in bonfires altogether, actually.
So you think you should go through the bonfire and pick out all the caterpillars and the maggots?
Well, no, let's not have them at all, then, because they're pollutant anyway, so there you go.
You see, I knew you had an agenda, but you hid it behind this sort of goody two-shoes David Attenborough look out for hedgehogs thing, didn't you?
I don't know.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't actually, but the whole thing, the hedgehogs, you know, the pollution of it and everything. So, you know, there's no need for them. If people want the fireworks, okay, but there's no need to have the bonfires.
I'm a nice man, so I'm not going to give her a hard time. Paul calls from Surrey. You're on Talk Radio. Paul, good afternoon. Paul, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm a fishmonger in Surrey, and you mentioned something about smokeless zone?
Yeah.
Right, what? There's no such thing?
There is no such thing.
Right, okay. Well, the council in this area, which is London Borough of Sutton,
yes,
they brought a smokeless zone into force in the early 70s. And the fact that we were still allowed to smoke, because I smoked my own haddocks on the premises.
Yes.
And we're allowed to carry on smoking because we smoked before then. We started in 1959.
Yes.
Okay, and we've been smoking ever since. But if we do stop for a period of time of smoking and then start again, then we can be prosecuted.
Yeah, but you're smoking haddocks. This isn't a bonfire park.
I know, but you're saying smokeless zone. This is smoke. I produce a lot of smoke when I'm smoking haddocks.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you paint them yellow.
No, they're natural. Oh, natural.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Dry wood.
Yeah. But have you ever met anybody who's been prosecuted for having a bonfire?
I must admit, no, I haven't.
I've
had neighbours who tried to push it on me.
Have you ever seen the legislation?
I haven't. They've told me after 6 o'clock I'm allowed, but before then I'm not.
Which government passed the legislation?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
See, it's one of those urban myths. There is no such thing as a smokeless zone.
No.
There isn't.
But then I can... Well, no, I must admit, you're right. I have not seen the legislation on the fact, but they did bring a law out in 1972 in the council, not the government, the council, the local council, being a smokeless zone.
Paul, I'm grateful for your call, and keep up the good work. We need our kippers.
No, haddocks in Wallington.
You know what Spike Milligan wrote?
No, go on.
The haddock is a lucky fish. From each disease inured. Should he be ill when caught at sea, immediately he's cured.
And you heard what they said about the kipper?
Go on.
Two-faced and no guts.
Thank you for your call. Free call 0500 1053 89. We are celebrating this coming Sunday. It's Bonfire Day. It's Burning All Your Rubbish Day. And whether or not you do it on November the 5th, please don't call and say that Sunday isn't November the 5th. We'd spotted that. That's got nothing to do with Sunday's recreation, which involves burning all those soggy leaves. It's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. Are you up to it? Have you got the skill? Can you nurture enough heat beneath those soggy leaves so that in the end those soggy leaves are consumed and reduced to nothing? Nature's way. Nature invented fire, you didn't. Jane calls from London. You're on Talk Radio. Jane.
Oh, Tommy, I want my bonfire.
What have they done?
I want my bonfire. Thank you for putting us on alert about this.
What?
I want my bonfire, but I'm not permitted to have one.
Says who?
Well, I live in a flat, so I can't have it on my balcony.
No.
I wouldn't be silly enough to do that.
No, I'm not going to recommend that.
There's a little square outside.
Well, what do you need to burn if you live in a flat? You haven't got any trees.
Oh, I've got all the rubbish that lies around. No, it's a cleansing process, Tommy, isn't it?
I suppose it is, really.
I loved it as a child, the bonfire. Granny would make the best soup. We couldn't afford fireworks, for goodness sake.
No.
But we'd have the bonny.
Yes.
And it would be, bits and pieces around the garden.
Yes.
And the family would come round and we'd be freezing cold.
Yeah.
And we'd wrap our spuds up. You've forgotten about the spuds in the bottom of the bonny.
Yes.
Right? But even now, I'm green, I take this to the Oxfam shop or whatever, and I take this down to the... But I don't want that. What am I keeping it for? Yes, that'll be useful. No, I don't want that. Yeah, burn it. Why can't I have a bonny? It helps your soul.
When we were little,
yes,
they used to burn an effigy of a man.
Poor old guy, wasn't he?
Well, I used to be fascinated by this. I couldn't take my eyes off this man being burned, although it was a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
You'd want to watch him go, wouldn't you?
Oh, it was great fun when you started, especially if you'd help make him.
You wanted to see...
Your old knickers and your old socks were in the middle of the guy.
You wanted to see how it would be, because you knew as a child that they used to do that to people.
We knew it. What reason is there bonfire night?
And then they say, modern forms of leisure for children, such as computer games, are too horrific.
We saw it for real, didn't we? It was getting rid of our rubbish. Make the guy, stuff him up to hell. OK, the sheets have been sewn up in the middle anyway. That had to go. All the shops went, it's getting rid... I want to have a bonfire now. I'm sat around with all this stuff, backwards and forwards to bottle banks here, there, or everywhere. Do I need it? Will it be useful? Or someone else want it? Let's have a fire. Let's just burn it all. Get rid of it.
Yeah, torch your curtains. See what happens. Free call 0500 1053 89. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There is a good argument. Yeah. Listen carefully. My responsibility to enforce all the laws that haven't been passed yet. Paul is on the line from the Isle of Sheppey. Paul, you're on Talk Radio.
Good afternoon. Last week, reading the Daily Telegraph, and they had an EU law that stated that if you have a public display, you're breaking the law because you can only burn stuff found on the land that it is being burned upon.
Nobody reads the Daily Telegraph on the Isle of Sheppey.
Hey, it's a sunny island at the moment. I'm just telling you what I read, and there's a directive saying that that's what the law is.
You found it, didn't you?
What?
You had Daily Telegraph.
I did. It was laying in the road.
Did you check the date?
It was definitely last week sometime.
Anyway, what's this about a public display? We just want to burn a few leaves. That's not a public display. We're not charging.
When you get all these people come and put a massive display on for, I don't know, the Scouts or whatever, and everyone bungs a load of wood on.
What are you talking about? We're having a bonfire here.
Yes, I'm talking about bonfires.
We're not raising money for the local hospital.
No, that's just an example. But if somebody throws a big display for whatever purpose, and a lot of people bring on loads of stuff to burn on a communal bonfire, according to the EU, apparently it's breaking the law.
But we're not doing that, you fool.
What?
We're not doing that. We're burning our rubbish. Our leaves.
Yes,
we're not charging. There will be no Boy Scouts.
I know that.
Hot dogs will not be on sale. There will not be tape keeping people back from the display area, where various young farmers, inebriated, will be letting off thousands of pounds worth of post-Bosnia fireworks.
Tom, it doesn't
We're
matter what
burning
the watchers are
our
doing.
leaves.
It matters what they're burning them from where it came.
It
That makes
doesn't.
illegal, not if they're eating or whatever they're doing.
It doesn't. We don't care. We are but small fry versus Brussels, but we are going to have a bonfire on Sunday, whether they say so or you say so.
That makes two of us. I don't care about the EU either, but I'm just telling you what they said, what one of their stupid laws says.
There is no Isle of Sheppey. There never was. There is no Canvey Island or Isle of Dogs. It's just one great swathe of mud flats with a few crumbling prefabs and free-roaming Alsatians. Now, Ilkley's a totally different story. Mitch has called from there. Hello, Mitch.
Hey, Tommy. How are
Welcome to Talk Radio. I'm well.
Thank you. Good. What's the date today, Tommy?
It's October the 23rd.
Yeah. You see, I've been sitting in my car listening to you thinking I'm hearing a recording from 50 weeks ago. Because Bonfire Night's not for a fortnight. But you're talking about having bonfires this weekend.
Yeah. Look there. Mitch.
No, Tommy, if we all
Mitch.
go out... Yeah?
Mitch.
Yes.
There are no laws. There are no rules.
No, but there's
It's not like the grouse shooting season, you know. You can have a bonfire any time you want, mate.
But there's a logistical rule here that says if we all go out and have a bonfire this weekend, what are we going to burn in a fortnight?
If you're having up a bonfire for your firework night,
yeah.
You're very old-fashioned, out of touch. People don't really do that anymore, do
Well, we
they?
are in Yorkshire. We're fairly out of touch.
I didn't like to say.
No.
No.
That's not like you, Tommy.
But secondly, all right, that fireworks night party, that fireworks night bonfire, that's nowhere near as much fun. It's not as primitive. It's not as basic. It's not as close to one of man's natural urges as just having a bonfire on a Sunday, quietly, by yourself. Children will gather. Neighbours will come round. People will seek out the heat and the aroma.
Well, I'll tell you what is better than that. Is when you have a fire in your house, you know, an open fire, and you go around the house and you look for things to put on it. You actually walk around the house seeking things that may burn. That's even better.
I know. I used to like having those tiny little soldiers, those tiny little air-fixed plastic soldiers you could get.
Yeah.
And put them as close as possible to the coals.
Oh, yeah.
And watch
them melt, yeah.
Watch their heads melt all down their front. Great.
Yeah, I've done that.
Love it.
Have you ever burnt a bar of nugget?
No, I've not burnt a bar of nugget.
Well, you got to do it.
Got to do it.
Trust me.
Another good one. Is you get a stick.
Yeah.
And you put the end of it in the fire. And you take it out and you wave it around.
Oh, yeah. Write your name in the air. Like
well, not even that, really. Mine does, isn't it? But it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you know the other thing you do with a bonfire? The next morning you go and check it.
No,
you go down before you go to work.
Yeah.
You do. In your best trousers, you go down and you just have a look.
Yeah.
You do.
And here's a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
When you've got a bonfire on bonfire night, you get a potato, you wrap it up in tin foil, you put it in the bonfire, an hour later you drag it out, it's burnt on the outside, it's raw on the inside, you eat it.
Yeah, and get
when you're
stomach
12. But then, when you were 12, if your mum put a baked potato in front of you, would you eat it?
Yeah.
No way. You wouldn't be interested.
And fussy, too, up there. Graham calls from Bury St Edmunds. Graham, you're on Talk Radio.
Hello, Tommy.
Graham.
Hi, all right, mate?
I'm all right, you all right?
Well, not really.
Why?
Because I'm having a bonfire as soon as pos.
Pos?
Because the wife wants this painting burnt immediately because someone's frying the hell out of her. The painting's the Haywayne, which you've probably seen, haven't you?
Old Constable's Haywayne?
Yeah, it's ubiquitous. I mean, it's on every third council house wall.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
But this travelling poet, or is he a devil or something, he has pointed out to her, and he says, like, women see it first, in that painting, and it's in all of them, there's a face in the trees.
No.
No, but believe me, I've seen the damn thing.
I will look at... Which trees?
The trees.
There's a load of trees behind the Haywayne, which appears to be stuck in a pond, if my memory, isn't it?
I've got the poem here.
The poem?
Do you want to hear it? No, this is what started her off.
But it...
Well, okay, I'll forget the poem.
I will.
Take the painting, right?
All right.
In the foreground, there's a dog.
Yeah.
You remember it?
Yeah.
There's a dog with its tail pointing up. Now, if you stand back, I've said the damn thing myself, it's given me the creeps.
Yes.
If you stand back, the dog's tail is pointing up towards the middle of the face, towards the nose, as it says in the poem.
What sort of a face is it?
It's a woman.
A woman?
It's a woman. It's
a comely, a nice-looking woman or a haggish?
A good-looking woman.
Really?
With aquiline features.
Lordy, lordy.
Eyes closed on the cart.
Ooh. On the cart?
Yeah, eyes closed on the cart.
And your wife thinks it's mysterious and she's having you burn the haywain?
Well, no, it's true. I mean, she saw the damn thing. I said, I've had this painting on the wall here for years. Yes. I've said nothing.
Yes.
But what happened was, this Anna C. Chadwick came from somewhere. He's told her, she's seen the damn thing, and she's pointed out to me, and it is there.
Mm.
And he gave her this short poem.
I'm grateful for your call, Graham from Bury St Edmunds. That's interesting. Slightly interesting. Julie calls now from Windsor. Julie, you are on Talk Radio. Good afternoon to you.
Oh, my God, you make me die. I'm in stitches here. What I'm saying is, you was on about bonfires, yeah?
Yes.
Well, I used to do freebie newspapers, and I used to get so many, I tried making a bonfire out of them, and I had the council from some stupid idiot of a neighbour moan and groan, and they were going to charge me £2,000, and I mean that in all honesty.
For what?
Having a bonfire.
Well, did you tell them it was an accident?
No, I told them that I was just burning my rubbish.
Well, where do you live?
Windsor.
Well, the Queen told them that it was an accident and she got away with her bonfire.
How do I do that?
That was the biggest bloody bonfire they've had in the south of England for 20 years. Did she get fined?
Well, I think she's having to pay for it now. But, I mean, honest to God, if you can't have a bloody bonfire in your back garden...
No, exactly.
It's crazy,
What does it come to? What are we living for?
I don't know.
What's the point of going on? Why don't we all just sit down cross-legged and starve to death?
Quite.
We need to live. We need to inhale. We need to exhale. We need to feel the sun on our back and we need to smell the smoke of a bonfire in our lungs. That's
I'll tell you what I did,
What?
seriously.
What?
When I was burning all these newspapers, I thought, well, like what you just said...
Yes.
My husband, he made a grill. So I cooked potatoes, I cooked all the veggies and all that business on the bonfire.
Yes.
Yeah? And it was a lot better than sticking it on an electric oven and all stuff like that. And some arsehole, excuse my language, phoned up the council.
Thank you for your call. Hasn't Windsor gone downhill? It's funny, isn't it? Windsor. Used to be so nice. Fred calls from Burnley. Fred, you're on Talk Radio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tommy.
Fred.
You were saying that fire was natural, but actually it was stolen from the gods by Prometheus. And you know what happened to Prometheus, I suppose? Do you remember?
Of course.
What happened?
Well, it was only a story, Fred.
What happened?
Well, it was a story, Fred. It's like Jason and the Argonauts. That was a Harryhausen thing, a Ray Harryhausen thing. It didn't happen like that. It wasn't a documentary, mate.
Well, if you want to play it for real, Tommy, if you want to play hardball...
Hardball? I love hardball. You ever game of hardball?
Fire.
Can you play hardball?
I can.
Can you?
Fire was the beginning of pollution. It was the very first sign of pollution in human history.
Well, we got one of these now. Got a greenie. Okay, here we go. Oh, gosh, yeah. Is that right? Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Fire was the beginning of pollution?
Yeah. Because what they did, they set fire to the walls. Just of a few men to chase all these animals out just so they could club one or two for their dinner.
What about the sun, then? Isn't that just a damn great bonfire?
Yeah, but that's a long way from us. That's 93 million miles away.
Oh, so you measure it, do you?
Well,
not in my backyard. The sun's not in your backyard, so they can have that bonfire.
No, the sun's doing us good. But it was setting fire to a forest, you know.
It's still a bonfire, though, isn't it?
Just for the sake of this kind of monkey cleverness to catch a few animals.
It's a fire?
And destroy the whole landscape.
Wow, who needs the landscape? You can't eat the scenery, mate.
I mean, you can enjoy it, surely.
Exactly.
You've got some poetry in your soul, surely, Tommy.
The fact that I have,
I know that
actually.
you agree with me, really. You're just...
No,
you're just
no.
aren't you, really?
As soon as people are slithering down the slippery slope, they start saying, well, I know you're only playing devil's advocate, Tommy. You know, I know you're just being wicked and trying to wind you up. No, I think a bonfire is a healthy thing, you see, because, Fred, you see, the time has come for us to cherish ourselves. Blue Peter has spent far too long persuading successive generations that they must care about rainforests, and they must care about the Delta Basin, and the ecosystem in the ozone layer. Now, I care about you, Fred, and you are a lost soul, sucked dry of all your juice by Blue Peter.
I've never watched Blue Peter in my life. It was after my time, Blue Peter, actually.
No, it wasn't. It's been going for 40 years. That would make you at least 70.
Yeah, we couldn't afford a television in those days. But
well, you've got one now, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's Blue... Yeah, but I don't watch children's programs now.
Well, it's still running. It's very contemporary.
I don't watch children's programs.
A lot of the presenters are very up to date.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
What?
I know. We're not getting into that.
Go and have a bonfire this weekend, Fred. Let it all hang loose.
Look, Tommy, rainforests are no joke, you know, the destruction of the rainforest.
Yes, it is a joke, actually.
You know it's not.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a hoot about the rainforests.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'll tell you what I give a hoot about, Fred. Do you know what I give a hoot about?
Go on.
I give a hoot about doom-mongerers who want to make sure that as many people as possible worry about things they can't do anything about. Now,
you're not fooling me, Tommy.
Shut up and listen to me. Shut your mouth and listen to me.
You've got to force yourself to be like this. You're not one of these people that are naturally stupid and ill-mannered. You've got to force yourself to be ill-mannered just to make the program.
You don't have...
You're really a good guy.
You don't have the intellectual wherewithal to understand how good I am.
Yes, I do.
You, Fred, are more important to me than any damn rainforest.
Yeah, but we can't exist. We're all part of the same environment.
You are more important than any damn rainforest, and you are suffering.
In what way?
You're frightened.
I'm not frightened. I've not got long to live. It's the children that we're worried about. And the people
exactly. You're worried about the children.
Your children, yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Well, you don't need to be. I don't want people to worry. You know who's made you worry?
Well, really, to be honest...
You know who's made you worry?
Myself, by thinking.
Blue Peter.
No, but listen, actually, really, to be honest...
And that John Craven's news round.
That wasn't true what I just said, Henry. I'm not really worried about children. What I'm really worried about is life on Earth apart from it. If I had the choice...
Exactly. You see, you're worried, you're terrified.
No, if I had the choice...
You're terrified that anything you do has massive consequences to the ecosystem. You're terrified that if you drive to the bottle bank, you're going to be burning fossil fuels. You're terrified that everything you do is going to bring about the destruction of Mother Earth. That Gaia is weeping and begging you to do absolutely nothing. Not even exhale too loudly.
Listen, let me tell you something, Tom. Well, just listen, let me tell you something. The things that people...
Only if I've never heard it before.
The things that people criticise most strongly are the things that they feel weak more strongly in themselves. The reason that Shakespeare was so anti sort of shallow drama in Hamlet, for instance, is because he had a tendency to do the same thing himself.
Fred, I'm going to think about that on the train on the way home for a while. The reason that Shakespeare was so anti-shallow drama in Hamlet was because those were just the things that he used to do himself. A quick word with Marielle, who calls from Air. Marielle.
Hello, Tommy.
Marielle.
Marielle. Yep. First of all, yep, I'm all for your bonfires. I love bonfires. I love the smell and everything. But you can't believe you're blaming Blue Peter.
For what?
Well, what about Magpie? How good did Magpie work?
Oh, we weren't. We weren't. No, wait. No, I know what I'm talking about here, don't I?
Rubbish.
We on children's television on ITV, we did not go around frightening children.
Rubbish.
No, we didn't. You name one item that we did that made children think that the world was going to end before they died.
But, I don't know. But...
On Blue Peter, the other day, they said that eventually the sun will explode. Now, it will. But have you ever tried explaining the concept of time to a 7-year-old? What do you mean,
Well, I just...
You know, none of those Blue Peter lot have got any children. That's the problem.
And did you have...
None of them can have children. Half of them are barren.
Really?
Or incapable.
Oh, crap.
It's not crap, it's true. I know what I'm talking about.
In those days, you were talking
about... It is impossible to impregnate a Blue Peter employee.
Anyway, I like bonfires, and it was nice talking to you, Tommy. Bye now.
A free call 0500 10 53 89 as we move the agenda on and begin. Yes, I did try. And begin looking forward to Christmas. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
The Boyd Show.
10:53, 10:89 a.m. Talk Radio.
Start looking forward to Christmas, shall we? It's just around the corner and it is such a happy time. We managed to find our favourite version of Jingle Bells, which is played by those Peruvian pipe players from the Fast Show. Fantastic. Free call 0500 10 53 89. You're looking forward to Christmas. Why do you always let the killjoys, I do, why do you always let the killjoys who want to say that every year Christmas starts earlier and earlier and it's materialistic and it's shallow and it's just an excuse to make us part with loads of money so that big fat cat shops get rich? That happens. But at the same time, the sooner you start looking forward to Christmas, the sooner there's going to be a great big stupid smile on your face when you think of your own Christmases past, the happy times when you got that bike, and of trying to stay awake on Christmas Eve because you wanted to see Santa but not making it, and then in the morning there was a half-eaten carrot in the kitchen. Oh, there isn't a more magical time, whether you're a child or whether you're a parent, and this year you're already looking forward to the fact that it's going to be somebody's first Christmas when they're really going to understand what it's all about. And that you're going to go through the whole wonderful Father Christmas thing and opening presents with lots of people around and putting on a decent shirt and a tie to be in your own home. You don't do that any other day of the year, except on Christmas Day. And Mum's really looking forward to doing all that shopping and getting all that lovely food in and whipping up a super Christmas lunch. Oh, it's a magical time of the year. The music is good. The telly's always grand. There's always a fantastic Bond film on in the afternoon after you've enjoyed Noel Edmonds. It's a wonderful, magical time of the year. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whether there's snow or not. And apparently there's a better chance of snow this Christmas than for the last 20 years. The smell of chestnuts roasting on the street corner as you battle for that last piece of wrapping paper from the nice fat man. Everything about it speaks of happier times. So let's get in the spirit now and let's start looking forward. There's only 62 shopping days to go to Christmas 1998. Free call 0500 10 53 89.
Baker and
Tommy Boyds.
Christmas. And this is with the Smurfs. We're looking forward to Christmas between now and 5 o'clock. And Gabe has called from the West Midlands. Gabe, you're on Talk Radio. Hello.
Hello, Tommy. I hate Christmas.
What?
I absolutely hate and detest Christmas.
What's Gabe short for?
Gabrielle.
And you hate Christmas?
Yes, I hate Christmas.
You're called Gabriel and you hate Christmas?
It's just cheesy. I'm sorry. And it's so contradictory, Christmas. I mean, it's meant to be a Christian festival, okay?
No, it isn't anymore.
Well, it's supposed to be.
No, it
That's
isn't.
the tradition of Christmas. I mean...
No, it's not. I've never caught a whiff of Christianity on Christmas Day.
Well, it's all about the baby Jesus being
No, it isn't. It's all about being together with your family and nothing else to do and just, having a
You've got to
laugh.
put up with your gran sort of sitting in the chair with her dentures hanging out.
I like my gran.
She's drunk too much sherry and she's flatulent. You've got to put up with her. And
I like her better when she's drunk on sherry.
But, like Christmas, I'm sorry, but, like...
You're lost, Gab.
I'm not.
You're a lost soul.
Can I just make these couple of points? Right. First of all, what happens, right? You bring a tree into the house and you decorate it. That is a pagan festival. The decoration, worship of trees. It's all to do with the Green Man. Coincidentally, Father Christmas wasn't originally dressed in red.
But you think too much, darling.
Green.
You think too much. You think too much.
Coca-Cola.
You're the kind of person, we could pull you in the wine bar and get you back and you'd still be yakking away, wouldn't you? Well, about 3 a.m. You think too much. You talk too much. It's good fun. Enjoy it. The tree, Father Christmas, Granny with her sherry, Noel Edmonds on the telly, the whole thing. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Lie back and enjoy it. Sarah calls from Bristol. Sarah, you're on Talk Radio.
Oh, well, I've just got to ask you, do you actually do the shopping yourself?
Oh, well, the presents, yes.
Yeah?
I love it.
What, traipsing around the shop?
Traipsing around the shop?
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love buying people presents, don't you?
Well, yeah, but it's wondering what to get and it's all hassle and stress.
No, it isn't. It's glorious. Anything in life you want is hassle and stress, isn't it? How can shopping for presents for children be a hassle and stressful?
Because hundreds of other people are doing it at the same time.
But, I mean, we go to football matches, and the fact that lots of other people go is what makes it fun. Being around lots of people jostling and woohoo, here we go, and I'll get that Action Man stomach pump for little Johnny, and I'll get the dolly, which,
Which you can't get.
Whatever.
There just seems a lot of stress and hassle, and you're too tired by the time it's Christmas Day.
What is the matter with people? We're looking forward to Christmas. Christine calls from Glasgow. You're on Talk Radio. Christine.
Hello, Merry Christmas to you, Tommy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I survived my first week in my new job, and I'm looking forward to going around the shops with my own money.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Gorgeous.
But the best thing, I was saying to your researcher, that one of the best things I like buying, apart from all the toys for the kids, if I can go on my own, is if you go into one of the big department stores, which I won't mention, and you buy their festive spice potpourri.
Yeah.
And it just stinks of cinnamon and mixed spices, and you've got it all around the house, and you stick some in the oven and put the oven on, and the whole place smells of it. It's wonderful. It's
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Linda calls from Kent. Linda, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm just making Father Christmases out of plaster of Paris.
Good for you.
And I've painted one gold, one dark gold, and one I've coloured.
Don't they suck in the paint, those plaster of Paris Father Christmases?
Well, it's out of an ice cube mould, and it's been quite good, actually.
Well done, you.
And I'm really chuffed it's nearly Christmas.
And you're looking forward to getting the decorations up?
Yes, I'm looking forward to everything.
All those little faces?
That's right. The lovely little niece I've got to look forward to giving her the Father Christmases. I can't wait.
How old is she?
6.
Is Father Christmas going to visit her?
I hope so.
Because there is a real Father Christmas, obviously.
Of course.
Obviously, but sometimes people dress up as Father Christmas.
No.
I know, as well.
As well as?
As well as.
Ah.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
I haven't, but that's a good idea.
Well, I worked in a toy department one Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And there was a Friday afternoon when the old boy who was in the carpet department went to the dentist and couldn't come back. Actually, he'd been to the pub, I know. So I got the job.
Really?
And I can tell you that there never will be another look on a face of anybody ever looking at me in that beard and with that, the gown on and everything, that was just so mesmerised and full of joy when this little 6-year-old fella came round the thing with his mum, and there was Father Christmas.
That's it.
There's nothing like it.
That's what it's about.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, dear.
Merry Christmas. Paul calls from Worthing. You're on Talk Radio. Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon, Tommy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I absolutely love Christmas. The looks on the children's faces when they get up in the morning, open all their presents.
How many have you got?
We've got 3.
Marvellous. What ages?
1 12, 1 5, and 1 20 months.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
boy.
Christmas.
And start looking forward to it now. Start planning your list. Came home the other night, and I found on the telephone table, my youngest had written out his Christmas list, what he wanted.
Yeah.
You see, and it would have been so easy to have gone, oh, God, you know, it started, here we go, here's the expense.
Yeah.
You know, getting greedy earlier, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't, because there was something, oh, God, I don't know. I just remember it myself, don't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Paul calls from Ipswich. Paul?
Hello, Tommy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yuletide greetings.
Thank you. Same back to you.
Don't you just love Christmas?
Say it again?
Don't you just love Christmas?
Oh, well,
yeah?
Exactly.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Mm.
You get up in the morning, open all your presents.
Mm.
Yeah, they got the fire on, the telly's on with all Christmas carol songs of Christmas praise.
Mm.
You undo all your presents, you get the paper, you take it outside and burn it, Tommy.
Burn it. Have a nice bonfire.
Fantastic.
Thank you for your call.
Fantastic. Cheers, Tommy.
Peter Dealey is next, and I look forward to talking with you from 3 on Monday. Remember the Angry Hour. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. Comment too if you wish. Even slap your legs and make a purchase from Ann Summers. But don't do nothing.